Hey, web tech students, if you're having any issues with the PicResizer, I'm just going to do a quick video to see if I hit any glitches or explain something as well. First thing I want to note is that if it's your own picture, like coming off of a camera, it definitely needs resizing because it's going to be way too big physically. If you end up getting something off the internet, it may already be sized in a small enough and optimized way. So for example, I just went to Google and typed in pies and then did images. I haven't looked at any of these yet, but let's say this is an image that I want for my website, and for the purpose of this class and education, I'm going to steal it and use it, which in the real world you can't do, but for the purpose of this class you can. So let's see, I'm just going to click on this image, and here it is. And let's see, if I right click on the image and choose Save Image As, by the way, here are the dimensions right now, 1280 by 720. So that's pretty big, but we can still do some fixing. So let's see, I'm going to call this one Pi. It's going to be a JPEG and it's saving to my desktop. I'm on a Mac, but you guys understand that this is the same basic interface. So I'm going to click Save. Then when I come back here to the PicResizer, it's now on my computer, so I'm going to browse for an image and press continue. So browse. It's now on my desktop, and I called it Pi. It's 156 kilobytes, and it's 1280 by 720 pixels, which is pretty big. So I'll say open, and then continue to edit. Okay, I'm doing this live, so again, if my internet is slower, we hit glitches. Okay, so first thing, the preview below is not the actual size and is used for cropping only. So this doesn't need any cropping. But what if we want to make this original is 1280 by 720? They're making it 50% smaller, which is going to make it just 650 pixels by 360. So that's probably a good option. If you want to do a custom size, like you want it to be a certain amount in width in pixels. And again, there are 72 pixels per inch. So if you wanted something to be 3 inches wide, 3 times, let's just say 70, is 210. So that kind of gives you an idea. So let's say we knew that we wanted it to be 500 pixels. The reason that the height isn't here is because we don't know what the math is to do to keep this proportional. If we leave this alone, it's going to automatically do it, and it, in this case, needs to be 281 pixels tall if we want it to be 500 wide to keep these proportions. We don't want it to get skinny, we don't want it to get smushed, we want to leave it exactly proportional. So we want to save it as a JPEG with better quality, that's fine, and then say done. And let's see what happens. So this is taking, please save your image as it will be deleted within 20 minutes. All right, where is it? If any of you are struggling with slow internet, know that I feel your pain. View your newly resized image. Let's go there. I assume it's coming up here. Okay, so that's how big it literally is going to be now. You can see it's probably 3, 4, maybe 5 inches wide, 500 pixels. So I'm happy with that, and then to get it, I'm going to do a save to my disk so that it's actually resized. And now I can see it downloaded here. Again, I'm on a Mac, but it's downloading somewhere. So, and it's called RSZ, like resize Pi. And if I want to see where it went, I can say show it in my Finder. It's in my downloads folder, I assume, but let's find out. Yep, it's in my downloads folder, and it's called Resize Pi, and it's 43 kilobytes now. Remember before, I think it was 156, so that worked. Let's just go back to edit a picture. And let's do one, maybe it's one of your own photos. So from the computer, I'm going to navigate to where I hopefully have a photo. Oops, I got to click browse, of my own on here. All right, let's do this one. So this is a 2.3 megabyte photo that is 3,400 pixels wide by 5,000 tall. This is a big picture straight out of my camera. So I'm going to open that one, and presumably, yeah, that's huge. Continue to edit. So if you're working on one of your own photos, okay, that took a long time to upload because it was a big file. So first thing I'd want to do is rotate it counterclockwise to get it to stand up. There we go. And then you can see at 50% smaller, it's still way too big. So I would want to do some custom size. I would maybe want this to be, actually the height is the one that I would want to choose. I would maybe want this one to be 500 pixels tall. And the width, it can do whatever it needs to. And you can see by leaving that one, it automatically picked 333 pixels. So this is going to be a dramatic downsizing because this was a huge picture to start with. So let's say I'm done. Please resize it. And it's going to take some time to do that. And we're now down to 65 kilobytes from 2000, which is 2 megs. So if I want to see what it looks like now, this is literally the size that I resized that one to. And yes, it is one of my baby goats. That's Jessie from last year. So if I wanted that one, I would click here and it would save it to my downloads folder. And because I didn't give it a name like Pi before, it's just renaming it with the image number straight from my camera, the 8415. So hopefully this shows you how you can take them off the internet or your own pictures, resize them, save them to your own computer, and then ultimately use them in your website. If you have any other questions, please let me know.